Everyone, welcome back. Chris McCormick joined by Stephanie Luttrell, and today we are out at the Titleist Performance Institute and we are taking a look at new GT1. What do we got going on here?
The one product category for us in our lineup, it really is kind of that bookend. It's for that player that needs launch and needs spin in order to optimize their total distance. We're excited about this generation of GT1 as an advancement above and beyond TSR1. It really takes the best of the GT technologies and packages them in a way that really advances performance for that player needing launch and spin. From
evolution of TSR1 into GT1, we've got some new tech that we saw in the GT family coming in the 2, 3, and 4. And can we expect to see same type of tech incorporated into GT1?
Yeah, let's take a little bit of a dive under the hood. In the GT1 product, we've got our proprietary matrix polymer. It's a seamless thermoform crown wrap. So as it comes together, it'll be a completely clean finish on the crown, which is something we know all players are looking for. No competing lines on the crown, really inspires confidence in that address position. What this crown is allowing us to do in the 1 category, it's allowing us to slightly lower CG and to increase launch through that while holding spin constant. So for that player that needs launch, that needs increased trajectory height, we're unlocking it through this construction, but we're also advancing our aerodynamic performance with it. So we've been able to reshape the 1 to really improve our crown and sole curvature, to bring more club head speed for that player as well.
Nice.
And then that third aspect of the performance is really fast on fast with the face. So we've got our speed ring and VFT technology, which existed in our 2, 3, and 4 drivers, but now we've optimized it for this particular chassis. So we're really leveraging a thickened perimeter, which is allowing more deflection at face center, more ball speed at face center. And then you pair that with a very thin VFT towards the perimeter, and you get that consistent launch spin and speed across the entire face. So all in all, I think we're hitting on all cylinders to bring new performance to that 1 player.
Higher launching, higher spinning, faster across a larger surface area of the face. That's definitely beneficial to the majority of us out there, and especially for that player that might be in that intermediate to slower club head speed category. But also in GT1, you are going to offer it in a standard build weight, is that correct?
Yes, absolutely. So as we've continued to look at kind of the landscape of golfers and how do we help more golfers play better golf, the prior generations of TSR1, TSI1, we had built them in an ultra lightweight configuration. While we know that the moderate speed player can benefit from that ultra lightweight, where the head is 8 grams lighter, the shaft is 20 grams lighter than a standard men's build, and the grip is also about 20 grams lighter. So you're almost 50 grams lighter than a nominal men's standard build. We know that there are players that need launch and spin support. I actually fall into that category as a former college golfer, but I add a lot of dynamic loft, so I don't generate a lot of spin. The 1 product is a great product for me, but I can play it in a heavier weight configuration. So our plan with GT1 is now to offer it with a plus 6 gram weight installed and pair it with our more standard shafts that we would have in the 2, 3, and 4 category, whether it be the Denali Red CB or the Tensei AV Blue in our standard weight grip. So offering and broadening the consideration for who really can advance their performance through the 1 with that increased launch and increased spin.
Nice. As far as shaping goes, shaping between GT1 and GT2, what would a player expect to see if you look at both of those heads, just comparably footprint-wise?
Yeah. So I like to say that the 1 sets up as our most draw-friendly product. We're doing that not through center gravity position being manipulated towards the heel, but we do it through face angle and we do it through center gravity depth. So when you look at this overall shape in this 1, it's what I would classically call our most C-shaped product, or it's our fullest shaped product, and it has our squarest top line. So as you set it down behind the golf ball, that's what a player can really come to expect. A large footprint, very symmetric in terms of its shape. If you compare and contrast that with the GT2 really took some credentials, you could say, from the TSR3 in terms of that we swept the toe profile, but it really still is an extended version of that. So it's a modern pair, I would call it, in the GT2 versus a more classic and symmetric C shape in the GT1.
Got it. And you had mentioned furthest, lowest CG placement here compared to anything else in the GT family?
Well, not lowest, but
Not lowest.
furthest deep in terms of its depth towards the aft. And so when you start to look at the one and where it fits within the lineup, the one is the deepest CG. And in that +6 configuration, it's actually our deepest CG.
Okay.
But as you move forward, GT2 is next, then GT3, then GT4. And we look at center gravity depth within our lineup as a fitting tool, that it really can be a timing mechanism to allow your fitter to help you to square your face to path more effectively and hit straighter golf balls. So the one with that deep CG leads to more dynamic face closure. So that's another reason why I like to say it's a little more draw friendly for a lot of players.
Very nice. Who doesn't like a little bit extra draw?
I mean, I like to hit a draw, so it's all good.
Perfect. So going from GT1 driver, let's talk about fairway wood.
The GT1 Fairway wood, it's also kind of the largest footprint within our lineup. It's also differentiated from the 2 and the 3 fairway woods because it's a little shallower in terms of its face depth. So for a lot of players that need launch, having that shallow face depth allows you to really promote the golf club sitting lower to the ground, and also promotes that higher ball flight because you're able to lower the CG a little bit more effectively too. One of the key points of differentiation for GT1 is that now we're bringing 4/2 CG adjustability into this model. Right. When we were first developing this shape, one of the collaboration events that happens is that we're constantly in a feedback loop with our tour team. And JJ Van Wiesenbeck saw this shape and he said, I can use this on tour. And so our move to introducing 4/2 CG adjustability really just opens up consideration for player that maybe doesn't need the one because of increased spin and launch, but needs it because of the overall look and footprint and how it interacts with the turf. We now have the capability to load the heavy weight forward and kind of meet that performance need and perspective. But with that heavy weight aft, it really does promote our highest launching and mid-spin fairway wood within the lineup. So it's a great performance choice for those players that just struggle to elevate the golf ball.
I mean, that's going to be a great tool to have in the fitting bay. And availability wise, you've got 15-degree lofted 3 wood there, I'm assuming. And then how high of loft can you get in new GT1?
Yeah, we go a 15 3 wood, we've got an 18-degree 5 wood, we've got a 21-degree 7 wood, and then we've got a 24-degree 9 wood. So
9 wood.
We can take it all the way up there. You know, we've seen a really marked trend on tour as well as in the golfing public for 7 woods and higher lofted fairway woods. So that one category really just broadens our landscape and offers more performance in that high lofted fairway wood category to all players.
Oh, that's been great. And for a player that's looking for some additional launch and spin, still have some custom options to fine-tune that particular flight characteristic, looks like a great option. So, anything else that we need to make sure that we know about GT1 Fairway?
The only other aspect is just that it's a little bit longer in terms of this face to heel profile. So in that effort to make it more consistent, being able to bring that leading edge lower and closer to the ground, if you miss it a little bit heel or toe, you're going to get better ball speed preservation and more consistency out of it as well. So it's really clicking on all cylinders. You've got CG to unlock your performance and dial in your launch and spin, and then you've got a great performance shape to really help you to elevate it too and hit consistent strikes.
Makes sense. It kind of sounds like there's opportunities there for a broad spectrum of player types that could benefit from that tech.
Yeah, we've seen it even with, you know, some of our stronger, faster players out here. Just they benefit. They might not be as skilled at hitting a fairway wood, but they benefit from this low profile look of the GT1.
That's great. Stephanie, thank you so much.
Thanks, Chris.
That's been very helpful and really excited to see these in the fitting bay.
Yeah.
And with that, I would say make sure, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and any questions that you may have about GT1, leave us a comment below, and we'll see you next time.